Donald Trump has been very clear, got to stop the caravan. You know who else, once upon a time, had a very Trumpian tone regarding this? Was our former president, Barack Obama. Listen to this.
We are a generous and welcoming people here in the United States, but those who enter the country illegally and those who employ them disrespect the rule of law, and they are showing disregard for those who are following the law. We simply cannot allow people to pour into the United States undetected, undocumented, unchecked, and circumventing the line of people who are waiting patiently, diligently, and lawfully to become immigrants in this country.
I voted numerous times when I was a senator to spend money to build a barrier to try to prevent illegal immigrants from coming in.
People who enter the United States without our permission are illegal aliens, and illegal aliens should not be treated the same as people who entered the U.S. legally.
What happened to those people? Wait a second. They're still here. They've totally flipped on an issue that has not gone away. How are they getting away with this?
It's called politics, and right now it is not to their advantage. Tommy Lahren is the host of Fox Nation. Go to foxnation.com to figure out more about it. Tommy, you're joining us today from Los Angeles, and Los Angeles has certainly had an immigration problem in the past. What do you make of these Democrats who, back in the day, were for essentially the same thing that Donald Trump is saying?
Well, Democrats don't just hope. They will ensure that the migrant caravans of today are the voters of tomorrow. So they are absolutely using these people as political weapons, political footballs, in order to get votes. And it's the detriment of not only Americans, but legal immigrants. It's about time we call them on it. We repeat those sound bites that they said long ago, and we ask them why their position has changed. Why do they now place illegal immigrants over legal immigrants and Americans? It's about time they answer for that.
Tommy, what needs to happen now when it comes to immigration reform?
Well, you know how I feel about a wall and physical barriers, and it seems as though Hillary Clinton also feels the same way about a physical barrier to stop people. Listen, what we're seeing now with this migrant caravan, it's not a caravan, it's an invasion. We have every right to be able to protect our borders. And yes, physical barriers do work. I've spent time with the Border Patrol. I've seen what they go through. Although they have great technology, when you have a physical barrier, you're able to reallocate resources in other places where a physical barrier isn't possible. You're able to stop a lot of that illegal immigration. So that, first and foremost, you need to gain the trust of the American people, and building a wall is a first step to do that, and then we can deal with the people that are already here. But that wall has to be first.
Now, when Democrats and Republicans agreed on the getting rid of chain migration, agreed on the need to build a barrier, agreed that illegal immigrants should not have full access to our country unintended, unimpeded, and because it's not fair to the people waiting online, we still couldn't get immigration done. We are actually moving away from each other. Mike Pompeo, the Secretary of State, made it clear this caravan coming here unacceptable.
To those who say this is a hard-hearted stance, let's not forget that the United States is a historically generous nation when it comes to immigration. Over 33 million people total are currently here who have immigrated to this country legally. To those who want to come here legally. Legal immigration is the surest way to obtain the better life you're looking for here in the United States of America. From a security standpoint, there is no proper accounting of who these individuals in the caravan are, and this poses an unacceptable security risk to the United States.
Yeah, Tommy, here we are. This is the caravan. I don't hear a word from Democrats. Why?
Well, Democrats have been able to effectively control this narrative that border enforcement, border security, law enforcement, immigration law is somehow bigoted and intolerant. And unfortunately, as I've seen many times when I've gone to West Hollywood, which we know is really the bastion of liberalism in California, even those in West Hollywood tell me that they believe in border security enforcement, but they don't want to seem intolerant, so they won't say a word about it. That's a problem. And the only person that can effectively change change that narrative is Donald Trump. And so I believe going into the midterms, I don't think that this migrant caravan is going to hurt Republicans or Donald Trump, because I think it's going to make Americans realize what's at stake, and they're going to come out and they're going to vote for border security and enforcement.
So you're saying that the president, when he said earlier that the midterms all about the caravan and Kavanaugh, you're saying that's accurate?
Oh, absolutely. Because although the Democrats believe that somehow this is going to help them with their emotional pleas, there are so many Americans out there that are seeing this, that they feel like this is an invasion. They feel like this is a slap in the face to the United States and our rule of law. And they're going to come out and they're going to vote against it, because even in California, people are sick and tired of this.
And Tomi Lahren has one of your features, I know, is At the Border on Fox Nation, right?
Absolutely.
Thanks so much, Tomi.